Hello, and welcome to another episode of Money Talks with me, your host, TJ Howe and Triple H Financial Group. This is TJ's Financial Tip of the Week, and we're going to keep this one real juicy. A lot of information in a short period of time. We don't want to bore you to tears, so here we get into it. But, ladies and gentlemen, let me throw out a quick statistic. Of all the Americans living in America right now, only 49% of us are participating in some form of retirement plan, either on our own or through our companies, like a 401k plan or an IRA type of deal. That's sad when the other 51% of us could be participating and just choose not to for whatever reason. So I want to throw this out to you and say, remember, I don't care how old or young you are, it's never too late to start planning right now. And I am here to help. So if you need the help, please shoot me an email. Go visit my website, tjhowe.com. That's tjhowe.com. And click on the Meet Me button or shoot me an email, which is tj@triplehfinancial.com, spelled out. tj@tripleh financial.com. So remember, never too late to start planning, and I can help you with the planning. But remember, there's three types of financial advisors: accumulation focused, which helps you plan, save for retirement; distribution; and preservation. Here at Triple H Financial Group, I am a distribution and preservation advisor. So therefore, I focus on helping you get down the side of the mountain, not so much get up. But remember, there would be no judgment on my part if you come to see me and you haven't started and you're 45 years old and you need help. We're not judging. We're here to help, okay? Just remember that. So today, I want to bring up the 5 major things we all need to plan for or prepare for in creating a plan. So whether you're 30 years from retirement or 30 days from retirement, remember this: all of us need some form of a plan, especially to get us over the hump, the distribution and the preservation side of the fence. So keep that in mind, okay? And again, that's where we are. I'm here to help. So let's talk just for a moment about the 5 major factors we must plan for and prepare for going into and heading towards retirement. And they are: cost of health care. Number one is there's a major cost to health care as we get older, or otherwise known as long-term care, but we want to factor that in. In some cases, it can be upwards of 20% of your gross paycheck during retirement. That's a big chunk, so keep that in mind, number one. And we're going to discuss these in further detail in upcoming episodes, okay? But number one is preparing for long-term or healthcare costs. Number 2 is planning for longer lifespan. The average male today is living to 78 to 80 years old. The average female is living to 84 to 86 years old. However, if you're a couple 65, you have a 75% chance one of you is going to make it to 90, and a 45% chance one of you is going to make it to 95 or beyond. That's a long time. You could spend more time in retirement than you spent in working years, so keep that in mind. So number 2, again, is plan for a longer life expectancy. The third major topic we need to be able to plan for is preparing for inflation. Preparing and being prepared, getting ready, because inflation will absolutely erode into your nest egg as time goes by, and you and I both know this. What we paid for a loaf of bread 30 years ago is not the same cost as it is today. What we paid for a gallon of gas 20 years ago is not the same cost as it is today. Okay, keep this in mind. Number 3. Number 4 is investment growth. We want to keep a portion of your nest egg always in a growth pattern or a growth mode, because we want to keep pace with the third object, which is inflation. We want to keep a piece of your nest egg even after you've retired always growing to replace what you've taken out and used. So keep that in mind. Okay, number 4 is prepare and keep a piece growing, or allocate a piece of your investments for growth. And finally, number 5, we want to make sure you take a moderate withdrawal percentage out of your nest egg or savings so that you don't run out of money too soon. For example, 1994, they did a study. William Bengen with Morningstar did a study, and they determined if you take out no more than 4% of your nest egg should last about 30 years into retirement. should be long enough. Well, they had to revamp that in 2013 because the low interest rate environments, they've dropped it now, it's 2.8%. So you should only be taking out 2.8% of your total nest egg, which means if you have $1 million, you should only be taking out about $28,000 per year to make it last 30 years, unless you utilize one of our safe money instruments known as a fixed indexed annuity. We'll get into this later. But the beautiful thing about a fixed index annuity, you can expect a 5 or 6% rate of return for income purposes, which means you don't need near as much money. In fact, you only need about half as much money to produce the same result. So keep that in mind. We're going to talk about that, a moderate withdrawal rate to keep your savings intact, okay? And again, we're going to get into these in future episodes. Thanks for tuning in. God bless and adios. Until next time.